pretty sure that OMG doesn't know a whole lot about their opponents at this point.
Yeah, the Shen band a little odd. You know, they've left Nidalee up right now.
Yeah.
They've left Lucian up, so OMG has a lot of solid options in terms of who they're going to take.
There's
in that
Lucian.
First pick Lucian right away.
You know, and Shen has just fallen off so much since the nerf to the area that his taunt really affects, so it is a bit of a shock.
Well, they buffed it up. They changed it again in 3.1.4, so we may see some more Shen play.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Shyvana, and that is Shyvana in the top, guys. That's the Chinese art for Shyvana. Shyvana and Vi going to be the first 2 picks, so strong so far, strong composition. And Loveland maybe grabbing up that Nunu and a ribbon pick for Cool. No, there we go.
Annie. There we go. Okay, yeah.
All
so
right, well,
Sika going for the support Annie.
Nunu a little odd when you take Lucian, who's not generally thought of as an auto-attacking champion. That's not exactly common, but we could see, you know, a Bloodthirster Lucian this game.
Well, the thing is, I feel like we've seen more Nunu kind of pop up with these unconventional carries lately in Korea as well.
It's just not optimal synergy. That's the thing. It's like, yes, it gives you more jungle control, but it's not exactly the best possible combination that you could be going for. But
trendy thing to do these
it
days,
is.
though. And it looks like it's going to be Lysandra for Kyo. Spirit Wolf thinking about Ezreal, and he's going to lock it in. And so the final 2 picks going over to OMG.
Well, AMG has a nice team composition going so far. They can create a lot of picks with this, and they should feel pretty comfortable as long as they can get some good ganks off in the early and mid game.
Well, they've got really good dive so far.
Well, yeah, they probably don't want a team fight just because of this, you know, Annie. And hovering over Corki right now. So Cool is going to get Orianna, one of his signature champions. And there's the Rumble for going.
I was going to say, with Orianna, Corki, and Lucian, that'd be an interesting combo. Yeah, where would you send that Lucian? But it looks like it's going to be Rumble. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, the Rumble pickup is fine.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not... OMG has a lot of strong picks individually. Their team composition doesn't have the highest level of synergy. Yeah, the Alistar would actually not be a bad idea.
Yeah,
if you want to make aggressive plays early, you have a lot of gap close with Alistar and Ezreal. So if you want to all in that dual lane before they hit 6 from OMG, this would be a good choice. However, OMG may just choose to 2v1 this and shut down that melee support a little bit.
Well, I mean, melee supports have kind of been a tool of the trade going up against Annie. We've seen it come from time to time, and people are still experimenting a little bit, but it can work, and it looks like it may be Thresh instead. Yeah, they're going to lock it in. A little bit more solid pick all around, a little bit more stable. So ANG going with a pretty good comp. I like it. It seems solid, you know?
It is. It's really good at creating picks. Again, like Thresh, Lysandra, Vi, these are champions that can lock you down, that have a lot of single target CC and can burst somebody pretty heavily. OMG has a lot of very strong champions right now, but there's not a lot of internal synergy with their team composition. There's not a good way to get the shockwave off. They don't have Shyvana to dive in, for example.
Right.
They've got Nunu with a caster AD carry.
Well, they're really going to need to stretch the range of their engage. You know, they're really going to have to get that max range flash tibbers, you know, to pair with the equalizer, the shockwave, and all that. Yeah. They have a lot of CC to layer, but it's going to be tough to get it going, you know?
Yeah, their comp is a little bit awkward, but, you know, they're by far the favorites, of course, going into this match, so it probably won't matter too much that their comp is a little interesting.
Well, they've certainly got the mechanical skill to back it up either way.
Right, but against, you know, when we get deeper into this tournament, they may have issues if they can't kind of clean up their pick ban process.
Yeah. Oh, and Spirit Wolf going with the Striker Ezreal skin. That's one you don't see very often. I like that. That's respect right there.
I really like our ANG's team comp, though. I think this is very well thought out. They drafted well. They got a good number of powerful champions, and they've got a lot of internal synergy. That's a nice job in the big ban phase for our Peruvian team.
These guys are ready. They came to play for sure. And here we go, guys. Time to get into the game. ANG versus OMG here at WCG 2013. Wow. Wow, what an intro. Here we go, guys. Welcome to Summoner's Rift OMG versus ANG at the WCG Grand Finals in Kunshan, China. I'm Doa. With me is Monte Cristo. The taunt's already going down in the mid lane.
Okay, well, I mean, we see the teleport coming out on Kyo from Lissandra already, and I like the strategy that ANG is coming in with. They say, we want to make plays on the lane. We're going to select a pick composition so that we can try and make plays where we gank you and we rotate and use teleport and try and get a lead in the laning phase.
Yeah.
And if you're probably not, if you're ANG, going to a pause already,
right.
but you're probably, if you're ANG, you're probably not going into this game thinking we are going to out team fight OMG. That's probably not going to happen. The top teams in the world would have a hard time doing that. So instead they say, we're going to try and get this lead, get this advantage in the laning phase, and snowball our way to victory. So
I think
in terms of the
idea.
draft, in terms of selecting a pick composition, in terms of having this teleport Lissandra in the mid lane, I think that ANG has a very good plan for how to deal with OMG coming into this match.
Yeah, I mean, it all is going to come down to their decision-making, their mechanical abilities. We'll see. It looks like it was a problem with Sika's computer, so we'll see if we can get that fixed.
All right, we're already
All right, yeah, great, awesome. I know the pauses are going to be short today. That's probably the only one we'll have all day, Monte Cristo.
Yeah, knock
I'm
on
convinced.
wood.
There we are. Hello, everybody. Oh, yes. That's right. We are really here. It's not a joke. And Kyo laughing it up at Nunu. Nunu's like, is there maybe a ward here? Oh, man, but Lissandra gets a harpoon to the face.
Exactly where you don't want your harpoons.
Because naturally, I mean, that's how the old saying goes, don't laugh at a Yeti or you'll get harpooned in the face.
Yeah.
That's what my mother always told me, you know?
All right, so OMG, this is a little bit bold, going for a two-man red buff steal right now. Slightly risky.
Well, I mean, they're coming into this with a lot of confidence, no doubt. And we're going to take another pause.
This is really dangerous. This is actually probably going to go quite poorly for OMG right here. As you can see, Sika looks like he's still having a couple of issues.
I guess so, yeah. Well, I definitely need to get those sorted out. I mean, especially on, on any champion, but Annie especially is very, very particular in terms of how you engage. Every single little move with Annie's support needs to be well calculated out because she is fragile.
Yeah, I don't think this invade at level 1 is going to be going too well for OMG. I mean, yes, they have the consume but if he takes consume at level 1, he's not going to have the snowball in order to fight. And with Connie and Fragurals right there, Fragurals right there, because they're on this side of the map where Lissandra is going to be able to respond very effectively. Oh, they've been seen.
That's right. Hopefully we'll get back into the game here soon. They're getting chased away. Okay, OMG on the run already. And now Kyo coming in. They're going to put some damage down onto Loveland before they turn around. A little bit of action going. Hanging out. They're going to try to get that red buff in the end. There's nothing OMG can really do to stop this.
Oh, they wasted a lot of time, though.
Yes,
so Loveland going to be behind in the jungle right now. Connie goes ahead and smites the red buff just for safety reasons. He doesn't have vision right there. He doesn't want to get outsmited should that Nunu come back, and now we're back in a pause again.
That's right. So, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
That's good. Me too. So we need Fragurals. Let's figure this one out. All right.
Fragurals.
It's because it's a capital G, capital R.
Fragurals. Yep.
Fragurals. You know how hard that's going to be during team fights? Fragurals.
Well, fortunately, I'm not the play-by-play caster.
I hate you. Sometimes I just hate you, Monte Cristo. Fragurals comes over the wall. Nice engage by Fragurals.
Well, I mean, not a lot going on so far this game, besides Loveland getting a little bit of delay. Now we're unpaused again, so hopefully Sika's issues have been resolved.
That's right. All right, the game continuing. Fragurals in the top lane with going. And this is going to be probably pretty passive lane for both of these guys. For the first part of the game, anyway.
Yeah, so Connie now moving over to his blue buff. So both junglers just heading over. No steals so far this game. No movement onto the other side of the map. No counter jungling early on.
Yep,
and
the 2v2 and bot as well.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of what we expected too. I mean, this is what ANG wants. You know, they want standard lanes. They want to try to use their composition to just make plays.
Yeah, correct. They do want the standard lanes, and they're going to wait until 6 when they can actually start.
Right.
When Lysandra and Vi hit 6, that's going to be a great timing for them. So play passive early. Don't take any risks. Don't take any, bad trades. So they can just lean back, Spirit Wolf and Chang down here in the duo lane.
Yep.
Need to just farm up, simply put. And Loveland waiting for the red buff right now. Finally going to clear that one out with the snowball.
Yep. Spirit Wolf. As I said, he's got that Striker Ezreal skin. That's pretty cool. I always used that one back in the day. Not anymore. Yep. Going.
Okay.
And so, like Monty said, I mean, it's going to be pretty passive early on. And it's going to be really passive because of all these pauses. This is very passive play.
Passive indeed.
That's right.
About
It's
as
so
passive
that
get.
nobody's actually playing. Yeah.
Look how passive it is. He just takes his hands off the mouse and keyboard.
You can't really play much more passive than Sika is right now. It's true. He is kind of the master of passive play this game.
It's true. Very, very true.
See, that's right. Yeah.
So we had Tencent, of course, the owners of Riot Games, ship in a tournament server here yesterday after some earlier issues, and we had hoped to have that resolved, but
hasn't really worked out apparently.
Sika looks like he's still having a few issues. Don't know if it's with the hardware, with the server, or with him. He's left the game now, so he'll be rejoining, trying to.
Could be just a PC issue too. We'll see. And we also had a little bit of server lag yesterday for the spectator client, not affecting the players, but things looked a bit wonky here and there.
Hopefully those issues are fixed for today, though, and we'll get back on schedule.
That's
Keep
right.
this event rolling, because it's a very exciting tournament. You know, today we're doing groups B and C. Yesterday, we did see WE advance out of the group stage, and we had one last game actually in Group A that we hadn't seen yet, which would potentially determine whether MYM got out of the group or not, because surprisingly, Team Lion from Mexico managed to 3-0 the group, beating the Yoe Flash Wolves, and they had one last game against MYM. If MYM won that, then they actually there's no chance, I believe, that they would have gotten out because the Flash Wolves beat MYM, so they would have won in the tiebreaker.
I think so.
So it should be Lion and the Yoe Flash Wolves making it out of that group.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's really exciting. Lion was a team that competed in the International Wildcard Tournament for Worlds. Of course, didn't make it. Gaming Gear EU, the team that emerged with the birth to the World Championship, but Lion looking surprisingly paired, surprisingly strong.
You know, it's neat. I feel like every once in a while you see just really, really good talent come out of Mexico. It was like that, I mean, in StarCraft 2 as well, with Major. Really one of the most talented non-Koreans out there. Also a Mexican player as well, so there's some talent hidden in that country, man.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see them in a best of 3 as we move forward here at WCG. And now we're back in the game, of course, so Kyo and Cool trading blow for blow right there.
Yep. Probably the most aggressive lane in the game at the moment. If we look at our junglers, Nunu just still farming. So Loveland not doing a whole lot just yet. Same thing with Connie as well. Like we said, everybody kind of waiting for that level 6. And it's coming. If you look at the CS, pretty even up across the board. Just a little lead for Cool in that mid lane, but
that's not surprising.
Not a big shock, yeah.
It's not surprising, especially in this matchup.
Right.
Lysandra she has that shorter range. She does get zoned out by the ball a little bit. Difficult sometimes to get that CS in early on.
Cool, of course, just one of the most mechanically talented mid laners out there, too. It's hard for anybody on any champion to out-CS him.
Well, it's such a comfort pick for him to be on this Orianna as well.
That's right. Well, we saw Connie coming down, but Kyo had just taken a little bit too much damage for any sort of gank to happen. You can see him just sitting by turret at the moment.
really right now, Connie should just be farming for 6.
Yeah.
Because that's when they can actually like make a play. And Kyo, if he can stay safe under the tower, dodges the ball right there. He's out of mana, gets hit with the distortion. So getting chunked a little bit right now. And there we go, he will back off. So cool, see how much pressure he puts on the turret. Connie actually not going to cover. He gets seen by the ward in his own jungle as he vault breakers over the wall to the double golems.
Exactly right. And Freyurl's in the top lane. Going finally thinking about recalling. We'll see if he actually does. Normally there's just not a whole lot of reason. He still has a pot left.
No,
too.
no, he's what's going on right now is he's just scared because he's rumbling a long lane and he's pushed up and he saw Vi heading northward to double. So there is a real chance of a gank right now that could be fatal. This is a dangerous position, as Rumble players know. You don't have a lot of escape mechanisms, and so if you do end up being pushed up, it's oftentimes best just to hide in the brush.
You know, with all the mechanisms Rumble put into that suit, you'd think he wouldn't have overlooked escape
Where's his
mechanism.
jetpack?
It's kind of important, isn't it, Rumble? I don't know. I think we have a major design flaw in Rumble here.
It's true.
Needs to upgrade that the suit.
He needs a jetpack to fly to safety.
Absolutely, or like, I don't know, like rollerblades that come out of the shoes or something.
Did you ever wonder about Kale and why she just kind of hovers there without taking off? I mean, what's the deal with that?
Totally. I mean, she's got wings. Why can't she just fly all over the map?
Why can't you just escape any situation by flying upward? I think Summoner's Rift actually has a ceiling on it that we can't see.
That's right, just like right above the treetop, so about maybe 15 feet high. There's like a glass ceiling, I guess you could say. And that prevents people from jumping over walls they shouldn't. Because really, when people go over walls in this game, they're actually going through the trees, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely dodging around the trees.
All right, here's the teleport.
Comes in, there's the flash. They're going to get the ult down on Sika. Sika backing off. The E is going to try to chase him down. Sika taking a lot of damage. Spirit Wolf avoids that W, doesn't get stunned. And it looks like with Loveland in lane, Name are going to be able to, and the rest of OMG are going to be able to chase him off.
Wow.
Nice attempt.
Yeah, ANG had the right idea there. They just didn't have the best execution. They didn't wait for Connie to actually get into the lane so they could four-man gank that. They got a little over-eager. Nearly killed Sika, but not quite able to pull that one off. So
it was close.
Kyo and the rest of ANG, good plan this game, but they need to really step it up, tighten up that execution if they want to get an edge.
Yeah. Now we did see going, pushing that top lane pretty heavily. Connie trying to block the mid for Kyo to get back in time. Cool just pressing that advantage as he knows that a lot of people had to go back in that bot lane for a moment.
You know, the problem with their composition is that they are easy to read. I mean, it's very clear what ANG's objective is going to be.
Yeah.
And that caused OMG to pull back early on in that situation and not leave that opening. They know exactly what ANG is trying to accomplish here.
To ANG's credit, too, they didn't over-pursue, they didn't over-dive. Everybody lived through it, so, you know, despite not getting any kills, it wasn't a badly executed gank in terms of not overdoing it. You see so many teams at the pro level even, you know, go too far for that first blood. They really want to make it work.
Yeah, Connie coming around right here. Yeah, so they did steal the blue buff away. OMG getting that advantage and no contest now.
Connie coming in with that vault breaker. Can they hit going? They almost do. There's the ultimate. Going in big trouble here. He has that ultimate, hasn't elected to use it. There's the flash from Connie and going. Equalizer, but it will be first blood for ANG against OMG. Wow.
Yeah, they used 2 flashes for that, maybe a bit overkill in terms of the summoner spells.
Yeah. But
they do manage to pick it up, and that's the danger again of pushing forward with the Rumble. And they picked the perfect time to do that as well.
Right.
Because when Connie came in, Rumble was silenced due to his passive.
Yeah. And I mean, it is a statement too to be able to take first blood against a team like OMG, especially like a super powered OMG with Name and Sika. It's a pretty big start for ANG.
Yeah, but if you look at it right now, too, the gold lead, in spite of that first blood, still in favor of OMG. I mean, we see Kyo in mid lane falling pretty far behind in terms of CS, and that's a major game changer right now.
Yeah. You got to think that ANG isn't going to be feeling that, though, you know? They're only going to be feeling that they got that kill.
Oh.
And they grab Sika, too, as well. The Mystic Shot goes down, but Spirit Wolf just a little bit too low health to commit to that with Name all the way at full health.
Yeah, Name doing a good job right there of making sure they couldn't follow up
Yeah.
On the death sentence that landed.
Yeah, really good zoning by him.
There's constant harassment from Cool as well. He just continues to get more and more and more of an edge.
Yeah, a lot of damage onto that turret too, actually, having that nearly down to about half health.
Yeah, one of the powers of Orianna, of course, is that ability to push up and get some serious damage down on the turret early. Kyo doesn't have any mana, so he will go ahead and back off right here. Picking up actually a Chalice. This isn't an item that we typically see on Lysandra, but maybe he just needs to, he's thinking he needs to spam abilities in order to keep up in lane. I mean, mostly on Lysandra, most Lysandra players will go ahead and pick up that DFG or the Zhonya's Hourglass first.
Yeah.
This actually reminds me a lot of Expeke playing Teleport Ahri, where he gets a Chalice on her.
Oh, play on to Name. They're going to drop the timbers onto Chang, though. Chang in a lot of trouble, getting hit pretty hard. There's a flash. Can he get away? He gets called. And Name using the sprint, or the dash rather, to put a little bit of damage onto Spirit Wolf as well. And they're going to get a ton of hits on a turret after this, too.
Yeah, a little bold right there to come in after the level 6 had been reached by Sika and Name. So the all-in, very effective. And you can't underestimate that Lucian Annie burst. Connie coming in right now. Oh, and that'll be stolen away. Connie used his smite too early there. Yep. So just a quick consume.
And they're going to come
Loveland
in behind Spirit Wolf as well. Spirit Wolf in huge, huge trouble. Just there's no way he's getting away. Jessica, or Sika rather, picks up that kill. Nice.
Yeah, a little dirty farming to continue to put pressure on the turret. So OMG about to get a much bigger lead right here, because the gold that's going to come their way once the mid and bot turrets fall, it's just hanging by a thread right now, as it were. And they are going to go for a dragon here at 11 minutes.
Yeah, why not?
Opening up with his consume.
Yeah, why not? I mean, there's really no reason for them to wait. They've got the Blood Boil onto Name as well. They're going to take that dragon down pretty easily with some nice aggro juggling, and with no vision. Yeah, ANG didn't even see it happening.
Well, I mean, this is all going in OMG's favor right now. They're about to take a massive lead.
Yeah, it was a little bit promising early on for ANG, but the skill, the straight up mechanics coming through. Yep, teleport coming in for Q. Can they get onto going? We'll see. E over the wall. The ultimate from Frogos coming in. They're going to grab, wow, a lot of ultimates used on going. And he may actually get away. No way! They didn't finish it. I can't believe it.
They thought they had him. They thought they had him, so they turned off. And going.
Wow, lucked out there.
And look at this, too. Loveland and Cool just pushing that mid lane, so they don't take any kills up there, and they're going to get damage on their tier 2 turret as well.
That was kind of a disaster for ANG.
It really was. They couldn't do much right there. If they had been able to secure the kill and push the tower, but instead ANG reacting to the pressure with the rotation, and that turret nearly dead already as Cool just continues to put on the pressure. Up 50 CS.
We've got ultimates going down the bot lane. Spirit Wolf and Chang trying to back off here. Chang had to use that ultimate, gets taken down by Name pretty easily. Spirit Wolf not going to escape too as Loveland comes in. A little bit of Spectre client lag, but the life for Spirit Wolf lagging right out of the game. And OMG Cool in a little bit of trouble here. Push really deep into this mid lane, and he's going to go down nearly to turret hits. I don't know. Cool still alive.
Oh, he dodges the skill shot, but there's the burnout.
Yeah, Frogirl should be able to chase this one down. No, Loveland comes in and actually saves him. No way.
With the Blood Boil and the distortion, so Cool on an epic run right there will actually get out. He did kill Kyo in a dive.
Yeah.
And finds his way out of a dicey situation as Name and Jessica push the wave onto the turret. Going, applying pressure in the top lane, and OMG is just running away with this one. You know, to ANG's credit, again, they have a good team composition. They had a good plan for coming into this game, but they just not up to the level of execution. Yeah. And OMG, being one of the top teams in the world, if you mess up even a little bit, they will destroy you. They will make the proper rotations, and that's exactly what we're seeing here.
Yeah, ANG did, pretty much as they could, right?
I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised by ANG in terms of their skill in this match and their planning. But
well, in the end, it's just simply OMG outplaying.
They're on another level. They're on another level.
They really are. It's pretty scary. If I'm CJ Blaze right now and I'm seeing this game, I'm like, uh-oh.
They should be worried.
We need to really be ready for this one.
That said, if you're CJ Blaze, there have been good plays made on the top lane in this game, and when you have a top laner like Flame.
Oh, Spirit Wolf in big trouble. Sika comes in. They do get the stun after the arcane shift. Culling comes in. He takes a dark passage to get out. That Thresh Lantern saving Spirit Wolf's life, but another close call in the bot lane.
Yeah. So if you're Blaze, though, there have been moments of weakness from OMG that AMG had tried to capitalize on, but wasn't quite as successful as they could have been. But that, I think, will be less of an issue for CJ Blaze.
Sika gets grabbed. They get the stun into him, but Sika going way too deep. Loveland coming in from behind, though. This could be turned around quite easily. There's the ultimate from Nunu. Everybody gets out. Loveland backs off. Spirit Wolf getting chased down, dueled down by Name. Meanwhile, farther up the lane, they do take out Chang, and that's going to be more pressure incoming onto that Tier 2 turret in the next few seconds.
Yeah, they're moving in right now. They took out the Tier 2 in mid lane already, so the gold lead just developing into a massive win for OMG right here. Fragirl's been holding his own in the top lane, however.
He has, but the rest of this game is getting snowballed pretty hard for OMG.
Look at Cool, just mercilessly pushing this mid lane. They can't remove him. They can't duel him anymore. He's gotten too much of an edge. He knows it, and so he'll just push by himself forever. Name gets caught under the turret.
Yeah, Kyo getting really, really aggressive with that, but Loveland just going to take the turret, get the kill onto Lysandra, and manages to make it out. Wow, OMG just putting on a clinic in this game right now.
They're doing such a magnificent job of applying pressure and playing out their advantages. You know, if you're a team and you have this kind of lead, and you're like Cool's looking at this, he says, I'm 70 CS up. You know, I've got a kill. We've got the global gold advantage. I'm just going to sit here and deal with turrets. And then you look at Loveland. He's saying, I've got some extra tankiness already. I'll just go ahead and, you know, I've got one of the highest base HPs in the game on Nunu. I can tank these turrets, and there's no threat of a rotation.
Connie a little bit of trouble here. Ignite goes down as well, and Cool finishes him off easily. Ouch.
There's nothing you can do to stop Cool right now. They just don't have the tools, especially with the teleport. Lysandra, considering Cool has that Ignite, he would win the all-in in an even situation.
Oh, yeah.
And now that he's got this huge edge in terms of gold, they're going to have to send two people to deal with him. So OMG really deftly applying the split push here. And this is something that, you know, a lot of Chinese teams like Royal, they're more focused on the team fighting aspect of the game, but OMG has always been China's split push.
Fragirl's getting dived, has to pop that ultimate to get out, and he may still make it. Yeah, he will. No shockwave available for Cool because of the cooldown, but they're going to get that turret.
Now, teleport was canceled. Kyo tried to get onto the turret before it fell, and so they're kind of coming apart at the seams right now. Not the best idea to teleport into that situation, even if he could get it off, but that was not a good use of that ability. Sending it on the cooldown.
And the thing is, look at this too. Look at the difference between Name and Spirit Wolf right now. Name has had his Trinity Force for quite a while, and Spirit Wolf is still a ways off from finishing it, even at near 18 minutes in the game. So, I mean, just huge differences between these teams. They lock up Loveland for just a moment, but he hardly even feels it. I mean, Lysandra using ice abilities against Nunu, I don't know if that would really work anyway. It's no surprise. They're going to take another dragon because why not? They just certainly can. And already at 18 minutes, a 10,000 gold lead for OMG. And I hate to say it, but this game is looking pretty over at this point.
Yeah. You really do have to hand it to AMG, though.
Yeah.
They really stood their own, especially in the early game, and you could see the thought process that went into this. And I'm excited to see more games from AMG in this tournament now.
Well, certainly. I mean, they approached the game intelligently. They said, well, this is what's simply going to give us the best chance to win.
I totally agree with their decisions, too.
Yeah. Wow. Cool, just doing a ton of damage with that Athenes and the Haunting guys.
Yeah, and he's got the blue pot as well.
Yep.
They're trying to. This is maximizing their edge to close out this game.
Right.
Getting those mid-game items like Haunting guys, like the Sorcerer's Shoes to add to the magic penetration, and then that boost right there for a little bit of extra damage. And this Baron is also a very smart decision. OMG has had control the whole game in terms of vision, but they know what's going on, and look at this. There's the True Shot Barrage. Pings went down, but they're going to be too late to pick this one up.
That was a nice attempt. They tried out, but weren't able to quite steal it. Baron naturally goes down in Cool's favor. Tibbers actually dropped to try to lock up Kyo, but he manages to avoid it. So in a little bit of trouble here, and this is Spectre Climbing. There we go. The culling goes down. They're going to take out Kyo very, very quickly, and I don't think there's anything that's going to stop OMG's push to win this game. They do catch Spirit Wolf with the equalizer. Everybody getting held up a little bit. Double kill already for Name. They're going to try to make it more. Ignite down on Frag Girls. He's going to go down as well. Chang caught up the box, not stopping OMG at all, and this could very well be the game right here.
Yeah, they're just going to put Lucifer versus Elegant later on.
Yeah, well, we'll keep you updated with the league games too, but definitely stick around on the streams. Lots of cool stuff going on in WCG Grand Finals 2013. This is it for now from Joe and Monte Cristo. We'll see you guys a bit later.
Hola, bueno chicos, este fue el primer partido, Arenales Net Gaming, los cuales son de Perú, versus lo que vendría siendo Oh My God, que es de China me parece, realmente un tremendo juego. Creo que hay que destacar de todas maneras esa salvada de GoGoing arriba en top, o sea, el tremendo gank, flashes, ulti de todo, al lado de torre y se logra salvar con nadie. Y también y también la jugada que se mandó full en medio, la verdad me recordó mucho la jugada de Xpeke con Nidail, donde él también logra zafar prácticamente en el mismo lado, pero no yendo hacia el mismo, pero de una manera impresionante. Bueno, este fue el primer partido de la noche que estoy grabando para ustedes. Son actualmente las un cuarto para las una prácticamente en Chile. Tenemos para rato porque realmente todo va a durar hasta como las 7 am por lo que viene el programa de horarios que sale en el foro de la. Así que eso, sorry por eso es como la gaso, no sé si ahora sido el stream o mi internet, porque mi internet igual es buena, pero hay veces que las cosas se caen. Y bueno, pues, les voy a traer después el otro video. No olviden suscribirse al canal de YouTube, ya que muchos lo están haciendo. Pero sobre todo yo creo que sería lo que más yo agradezco es más que nada los likes en Facebook, ya que siempre estoy subiendo material tanto de Counter Strike LoL Offensive como de LoL, subiendo streams, videos, entre otras cosas. Así que darle like con el dedito arriba, ahí en facebook.com/nostek, tal como sale ahí en la imagen. Así que eso, pues muchas gracias y espero que lo puedan disfrutar. Chau, chau.